This Earth of yours will be reduced to a burned-out cinder.
Real wrath of God type stuff. Biblical.
No, not yet.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
I came here to give you these facts.
Dogs in camp, living together. Mass hysteria.
We're going to live on. Today, we celebrate.
Flabbergasted by the Audacity.
How you been?
Being cold, my guy. I don't know what happened. Someone flipped the
Fucking
switch. It's officially
freezing,
winter.
man. It is freezing.
Disgusting.
I hate it. I hate it. I've always had like this theory that like when you have a good summer, it's a shit winter. We had a pretty shit summer, so kind of upset. Most of the time, when I get a shit summer, you're supposed to get like a nice winter, and that's definitely just not the case this year.
Yeah.
It's been bone cold. Snow came early.
Yeah, we had that big snowstorm like 3 weeks ago, and then nothing. And then this past week or two, it's just been like a little bit here, a little bit again.
Hell. Yeah.
Thaws out, comes back. It's like, you know what? You're either here or you're not, okay? Like, fuck off.
Yeah. Make a fucking decision, guy.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Disgusting.
No, it's been it's not been fun. It definitely has not been fun. I've not been enjoying the cold weather. But it's funny because I'm not sure if you remember, but there was an election for the Montreal mayor, and I don't know why I was a bit jealous because we can't vote because we're not on the island of Montreal. I was like, I kind of feel like the greater Montreal areas, like the South Shore, the North Shore, should have like some sort of say because we are still affected a lot by what happens in Montreal. So I was like, oh no, I kind of feel like that election has to be looked at differently.
In what ways are we affected, do you think?
Well, for example, like, I'm not sure if you realize, by the way, this is Flabbergasted by Audacity, I'm Jamal.
And I'm Patrick.
And I'm not sure if you remember, our registrations for our cars went up.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And that's directly because of the REM, which Montreal is the one that is spearheading the whole operation. So it's like, we're being affected, yet we have no say in how we're being affected.
Yeah, it's just like, the REM is supposed to be super good for the Montreal economy and all that. It's like, so are we gonna get money back then in like a year or two?
Exactly. Like where are we getting anything? So I'm a little bit upset by that. I'm not really happy that we didn't really get a stay in that. Like, yeah, we had like our election for Brossard and St. Hubert's, but it's like they don't really have a lot of power. Like what the fuck do they do? Fuck, Montreal seems to have like majority of the power when it comes to like these smaller decisions. But the new mayor was chosen. It's another woman.
Ugh. Sorry, was that allowed?
And yeah, and so far I think every mayor has this like really good idea at the start of the gate, and then like in a year it's gonna do some disastrous shit. Cause that's exactly what happened with the last mayor. I think Valerie Plante at the beginning made some really good moves, and then like she was like, "Hey, bike paths everywhere," and we're like, "Nah, like what the fuck are you doing?" So
what don't they understand? They're never gonna use the bike paths. They like to piss everyone off.
Well, you know what I will say, and maybe it's for those two people, but like I was driving. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I was in the city, and I was driving around, and there are still people using the fucking bike path. Like on like the Maisonneuve, like there are still motherfuckers on their bikes.
Planted there by the government to make you think people use them.
It's a fucking conspiracy. It's a conspiracy, Patrick.
But sir,
so
it's snowing. I don't give a fuck. They need to think they're being used.
No, I was surprised because I was like, okay, are these people just are those the few people that Plante was like, it's for you guys, and boom, the bike paths are being made, or is it actually like a real thing that people are using it more in the winter? But it's pretty interesting. But why I've been talking about all this is the fact that because it's so cold, we have I think that we have a really big homeless problem right now, right?
Not for long if this weather keeps up.
Yeah, honestly, But I think for me, what she's trying to do is not a bad idea. She wants to try and do. I think Justin had spoken about this when he was on the podcast a little while back. Um, that to have like containers, like storage containers, and
Oh,
like kind of
because
like
that's what they
put,
did
like,
in
heat in there and Gatineau.
yeah, where he used
Yeah.
to live.
Yeah. So it's like it's not a bad idea. She's doing something similar. She's gonna be like building or kind of having like new areas for the homeless people to like kind of like settle down there for a minute.
Well,
She's
the problem I have with
we're not allowed
that
to-
is that you're essentially just creating slums. You're taking the problem and moving it elsewhere.
Yeah.
And
it really is sad because it's like and I'm victim to this. I'm extremely uncomfortable around homeless people.
as you should be.
and-
They're known for mugging, stabbing, being belligerent, just rude.
For sure, but don't you feel at the same time there's a very small part of that too where it's like it's honestly just not that bad. Like some homeless people just really are down on their luck and they're not fucking crazy. Don't get me wrong. There's some fucking crazy motherfuckers who are homeless and I'm like, yeah, you should not have a house to begin with. But there are some people that probably are in that population that really are just down to luck. You know, everything's going up. I just saw today that food prices for an average family of 4 people are going to go up by $1,000. So it's like I get it.
$1,000 a year, $1,000 a month. How much?
A year, yeah,
A
a
year.
year,
Okay.
a year, yeah. You know, but it's like it's still just the fact that maybe some families don't have $1,000. That you know they don't have $1,000 right now to really spend, and go out there. And now you know they might have to start using food banks and stuff like that. So it's like I feel like some people, it sucks that that's the viewpoint of homeless people, but I think it's unfortunately pretty spot on from what I could tell. I feel like there's like a lot of homeless people who are aggressive or are mean and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
and I do
sucks.
think the number is probably going to go up over the next few years because
Yeah.
it's real. Like shrinkflation is crazy.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. No,
I have
you're
a
paying more for
real
less.
world situation where I've noticed it like immediately because usually they talk about shrinkflation like there's less cream in your Oreos. It's like, well, I don't have an old package of
Yeah.
Oreos to compare, right? They just
Okay.
tell you. But this time, because this year's putting up Christmas lights and I didn't have enough lights, so I had to buy
Okay.
more Christmas lights. It was like $30 for the same lights as the old ones, but they were like 10 feet shorter.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
And the lights
Wow.
I got were from my girlfriend's parents, so they're about 10, 15 years old. So they,
Yeah,
they had like
much
a 30
longer.
foot long, and they paid like
Yeah.
maybe $10 at the time. And now
Yeah.
I'm paying for 10 feet less for like double the price.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right,
it's
man.
insane.
It's bad.
It's
bad.
insane.
So it's like I hope what she's doing. The other thing that she did, which I agree with for now, because it's like it's winter, that they're not allowed to get rid of any camps. Like they can't like what do you call it? What's the word for it?
It's
There's-
like
there's a word
disperse
that
or
you can
tear
use.
down, something like that.
Yeah, like they dismantle. They can't dismantle until like like until like I think this is February.
Yeah.
They can't. But yeah. So I agree with her. I hope that they find a way to make this proper and it's well managed. But only time will tell. To be honest, but
Well,
I
this
like
is one of
the
those
start.
issues. It's one of those issues where you're like, oh, that's great. That's like a great idea. And then they put the containers near your house, and then you're like, fucking hate this idea.
Terrible. That's the other thing. Is like where you put them. It's hard. Montreal's an island. It's like you just can't make more land somewhere. You're surrounded by water. Montreal, unfortunately, is an island, so it's like
Yeah.
where do you
And they tend
where do you
to
put it? You're right.
They tend to congregate in cities for some. That's a good thing because
Yeah.
my
Yeah, for
parents
sure.
where they live, it's just off of one of the first stops of the Ram on Riverside.
Yeah.
Or South Shore rather. And
Yeah.
so they've noticed like people walking up and down the streets, going through recycling bins and whatnot, looking for cans
Yeah.
in the last
Yeah.
few years. Like they've
and-
never seen that
I
before,
saw-
and they've lived for
Yeah.
almost 30 years now.
Yeah, I saw a guy begging for money near the discount. Never seen that.
Oh,
Never seen it before. I've never seen someone begging for money there. I was like, of all places here, yeah, like it's getting worse. It is getting worse. So I hope that she does a good job. I didn't really hear much about her since then or any other big plans, any big changes, but let's see. You know, all we can really do is hope and see, and hopefully she does a good job. You know, and everything works out well. Um, the other thing that's very sad. Do you remember if we're going back into time, going to Toys R Us and like getting like a toy?
That was
or,
my
or
favorite store for like 5 years. It was great.
So unfortunately, they're all closing. There's only going to be one left.
Jamal. Deja vu. They said this like 10 years ago and it's still open.
No. This time it's for real. They had downsized, and they bought this other company, DMV, or something like that. Where I remember I actually walked into the store last year, and they had a weird area where they have like records now and like older card games for like people who are like 17, 18 years old. Like it was weird. It was like a little bit strange to see that. So like they tried. It's kind of like how the Bay bought Zellers, and they tried to do something and it didn't work. And then the Bay closed. You know, I think it's very similar to that.
I miss Sears. Sears was nice. It was before,
I
it was
miss
before the Bay. It
Sears,
was before
man.
Zeller. Or no, I think Zeller's the same time.
I'm not
as
sure.
Sears, but...
I'm not sure for you. There was my mom used to buy me this. They used to have like these things for Sears every year. They had like a little like stuffed toy for like each year of Christmas. So, like 2006 was like a snowman. 2007 was a like a gingerbread man. My mom like used to collect them for me when I was a kid, which was really cute. But yeah,
you ever have your pictures taken at a like a Sears?
I never did, but I have seen them. I have seen it live, but I never had it myself.
I have like a vivid memory. I did the last time I did it was around 2008, 2009, and the only reason I know it was around that time was because there was like a long wait, like in line for it.
Okay.
And they were playing Iron Man 1 on like just a flat screen for sale.
Oh,
and,
nice.
And I just sat there watching it until it was our turn to go. It was like amazing. It was like a highlight of the childhood time of season. It was very nice.
The time was so quick on
and it was the
one.
best scene. It was when he's killing the terrorists.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so good.
I love that part. That's great. No, so it's sad. It's a little bit sad, but I mean, like Sears, like the Bay, like Zellers, I think again, companies should really be looking at this very closely, because I think when I went into Toys R Us the last time, again, it looked very sad. So I had this feeling for a while that it was gonna close. But I just think it's one of those companies who just did not keep up with the times. You know, they had a video game section for a minute. I remember like back when the Nintendo DS was popular in the Xbox. I remember the Toys R Us that was near me, and technically near you too at that time. They had like a cool little video game section.
It was like
all like
off.
GameCube. Yeah, it was like kind of close. It was like separated.
That piece of
Exactly,
shit.
it was separated. I bought a lot of DS games from that Toys R Us. I remember vividly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I think we are facing, a different time where things are more digital. And I was reading, cause I recently installed the Montreal Gazette on my iPad. So now every night I read stories, basically. And they were talking about how the downfall of it is not just them not keeping up with the times, but it's also Amazon, Walmart, surprisingly, and just the lack of interest in board games, which I don't think they're wrong. If I'm really being honest, like, what kid do you know plays Scrabble anymore or plays Monopoly anymore?
But I went to actually went to a place at the 10:30, Randolph's. It's like a bar to play board games.
Yeah, great place.
And it's for like teenagers and adults. So
for sure. Yeah, the games are a little more sophisticated.
I don't think kids have the patience to like learn the rules of a game and actually play the game, right?
Yeah, no, and you're 1,000% right. I think you're right, and it's sad. No, Randall's is a great place. When I was single, I went on many dates at Randall's because it's cheap, it's fun, it's different. You get to play something. It's not just like you have
What
like
would
an
you get
awkward
there,
moment.
Jamal? What would you get there?
I usually got the brownies. The brownies are really good, or I get
Yes.
like the big chocolate chip cookie
Okay.
that they had over there at the time. Chips, the chips were pretty good over there too. Just like like little finger food snacks. I felt were
Yeah,
good meals to
those
have.
little
But the games.
those health potion cocktails they have.
Yeah, yeah. No, I never had them, but one of the girls I went on a date with had one, and they looked like super cool, like how they were made.
Yeah.
It's a great concept, and I think they're gonna do very well. But
Oh, they're doing
unfortunately
great.
for Toys R Us,
They're doing great. They're packed every
yeah,
time I go. I've been there 3 times and it's always
that's
packed.
great. I'm happy, honestly, and that's good. I think we need more places like that. But unfortunately for Toys R Us, I just don't think the younger population is interested
Well,
in collecting these types of kid stuff
it's
anymore.
because like what kid really asks for toys anymore? I feel like it's all
Exactly.
iPads, video games, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. And so a parent's
Yeah.
not gonna be like, "Oh, we're going to Toys R Us," because all they have is toys.
Exactly, so it's that. I think it's one again like the end of an era of a company that I think shaped many of. I feel like kids who are in their 20s now, their childhood, that unfortunately is gonna be gone. They're only leaving one store open for some reason in the St. Bruno area next to the St. Bruno Mall. Why that one in particular is beyond me.
It's
But
gonna be like the
it's a little
last
sad.
blockbuster kind of deal.
Yeah, so it's just a little sad. When I read it, I was like, oh, like I was reminiscing about the memories. I was very big on collecting like Pokemon figurines at that time, and of course cars for sure, stuff like that. So it's sad. I'm gonna miss it, but I think other companies have to look at this and go, we kind of have to evolve with the times. I just think that Toys R Us was caught in a hard place. It's like, how do you evolve? From toys, it's toys. Like you can't change that. Like how do you evolve? And they tried it. Like I said, they made that attempt when they bought that other company. I wish I remember the name of it. They had records. I remember they had records. They had like borderline hentai books that you can buy for some bizarre reason, which was a little bit of a strange item to have on the list, but whatever. But the records I thought was pretty cool, but it just was too little, too late. Other companies like Sunrise Records already kind of had like that market occupied, right? Was the whole records and stuff like that, and more like obscure games. So it it sucks. It sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
And
that
for
touches upon something I actually wanted to talk
players.
about, and that's how Amazon is just dominating more and more every year, especially
Yeah.
in the holiday season.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. Anytime I go out of my way to shop for something, they just don't have it. I'm like, well, I guess I'm getting on Amazon. So
yeah,
I swear this
yeah.
year, like probably 80% of everything I got was off Amazon because the stores
Yeah.
didn't have it.
Yeah.
So
Amazon has really done a great job. I can't even be mad at them. They've done such a great job to like just infiltrate an area and like popularize an area to where you you had no choice. It's like if Walmart or what other big, like besides Walmart, for like a general convenience store, where else are you gonna look for something just in general? It's gonna be Amazon. You're not gonna go anywhere else. You're not gonna
yeah.
go, oh, I wonder if a Canadian Tire has it. Like you're never gonna search there for that. So it's true, and me too. It's like you're not the only one. I'm definitely a victim of that. Of also going, oh well, I can't find it here. I guess I'm gonna find it on Amazon.
It's
So
like I'm trying to support my local business, but
believe me,
like, I
I've
was
been
looking
trying.
for,
I've been trying. It's hard.
I was looking for Ozzy's No More Tears album from like 1990,
Okay.
and the guy's like, "Oh, well,
Yeah.
he just died, so they're out of stock." And I'm like, "Let me check Amazon. There it is, 20 copies available
There it
for
is.
$40."
Here
I
you go.
am in store trying to support my favorite store at St. Bruno, and
Yeah.
you're not letting me do it.
Yeah, and you can't. It sucks because then it's like you feel bad, but it's like unfortunately they just don't have it. Amazon has like monopoly. Even my mom, she works for a kitchen company, and they had to deal with Amazon and how to work that because their buyers were going, well, why am I gonna buy it from you when I can just buy it from Amazon for half the price? You know?
Yeah.
So it's tough. It definitely is tough. It's gonna be it's gonna be interesting as time goes on how much Amazon is going to kill mom and pop shops. You know. So
I don't even think
uh,
there's like any mom and pop shops left. Like, do you actually know any?
I'm trying to think. Do I know any? Not when it comes to food. When it comes to service stuff. Sorry, not food. Like just like general like stores. But when it comes to services, yeah, I know a couple.
Okay.
Thank God Amazon doesn't have that monopoly yet. But
Yeah.
I do know a couple of
That's
services
true
that
because
are
services you can't
you
really
know.
like expedite.
Yeah,
It
it's like
has to stay in house.
it's like I know there's a guy who knows me and my dad, so and he does fitting for like clothes. So I go see him, you know, and it's just him and his wife that run it. It's a cute old couple, and they run it, and you know they've been super nice to me, and they've given me discounts and stuff like that. So I've been really been appreciative of them. But you know that's again, thank God Amazon can't touch you there, you know. So, but it's that part does suck. And the other thing that I found was pretty interesting. So I've been really diving deep into the next Quebec election. I know I'm a little bit early when it comes to the next Quebec election,
When is
but
it? The
I
next
found
one?
something October.
Oh, okay, that's
Um,
not bad.
w- what I found was pretty interesting is so the PQ. I think unless things change majorly, we can say we'll most likely win the next provincial election, which is bad because that's just another separatist party replacing another separatist party. This more extreme. What's interesting is, and it's a little scary because it makes sense, and that's what I hate, is they want to do a third referendum, right? And for those who don't know what a referendum is, it's a basically Quebec wants to separate from Canada. So he was laying out how and why, and I was like, there's one point that I was like, huh, that kind of makes sense. It's the heavy tax that Quebec has to endure because of Canada, right? We are taxed the heaviest when it comes to the federal stuff. So that part I found pretty interesting. I was like, huh, I wonder, um, like how would we function as the province? There's a lot of questions, of course, that cannot be answered right now if we're separated. But basically, what I do like though, I mean, I definitely don't want a referendum, regardless. Even though that one point made sense, I'm like, it's still not enough for me to be like, yeah, referendum, let's separate from Canada. 63% of Quebecers are not interested in a referendum to begin with, and that number of people who've been interested in a referendum have not changed since the 1990s. So, needless to say, nothing has really changed when it comes to that, which is good, and I hope it stays that way. To be honest, um, what I found was interesting was we had a dinner, and I would have to read up more about it because I didn't quite understand it. There was a dinner for the federal election. I'm not sure if you saw or heard about it.
I did.
I thought it was the most funniest thing ever. I forgot what Carney said, but it was more what Polyev said and what the leader, the interim leader of the NDP said. So Polyev comes on stage and he just goes, so there was a recent poll in my party on how to be more likable and how to get more votes. The first option was to buy a dog. The second option was to go door to door and ask Canadians what they want most so I can get more votes. So after careful consideration, I'm gonna buy a dog. And I was like, pretty fucking funny, Polyev. Honestly, love it, love it. So then the leader of the NDP goes up and he goes, so hi, I'm the leader of the NDP and my new pronouns are we and not relevant. And I was like, valid. You have 7 votes. Pretty fucking funny. So it was just, I don't know what it was. It was like a dinner of all like the parties, and they were just like cracking jokes at with each other. And I was like, you know what? Props, props to you guys, because even the Quebec guy, Yves Blanchet, he goes, "Welcome Canada. Sorry to crash your English party." And I was like, okay, kind of funny. I still hate you, but kind of funny. So it was cute. I don't know what it was. Was it like a dinner or something? They were all there, but I was like, ah.
In the last, it's probably a decade or so, they've kind of turned the page, and that used to be like completely formal and like
Yeah.
no bullshit, straightforward. And now
Yeah.
they crack jokes to make headlines and get the word out, because otherwise people don't really pay attention.
Yeah.
So they
No,
kind of have to do those things.
But I thought it was funny. I thought it was different, a little lighthearted. I think with how the world is going, we need a little bit of lightheartedness every once in a while. So I
If we
enjoyed
could
it.
just
I thought it
have
was-
that lightheartedness with actual results and betterment of people's
Yes.
lives, that'd be
Yes.
great.
Yes. This would be good. And I think the last thing that I had on, what did you have on your list before I continue? If you had anything of stuff.
Oh yeah, of course. So I don't know if you noticed, but AI is disgustingly taking over like pretty much any sort of art.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any creative outlet, be it on like TikTok, YouTube, anywhere you can post pictures and stuff like that. You get an AI left and right. Fan art doesn't even really matter anymore because you just put in a prompt, "This is my fan art," and people will be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." I worked 3 seconds on it.
You're right.
So
Yeah. Basically,
anyways,
yeah.
tech
I think like
companies-
the top song in the world right now is an AI song, from what I heard. So.
That would be sad, but I've seen the top 10 was before that, so it's no.
We had
Doesn't
Taylor
matter.
Swift, honestly. I
Yeah.
think I'll take it over Taylor.
It's
so
time
it's
for
fine.
a change.
Yeah.
But no,
But you've seen the tech companies?
yeah, tech companies are seeing the potential in making billions of dollars, and so they're focusing all of the development on AI products and technologies.
Oh,
So
God.
it's
Great.
the prices for like RAM, especially right now, is going way up because rather than sell to people like you and me, it's like, oh, upgrade your computer for the hell of it. They're selling to AI companies who need all this RAM to run their AI.
To make the AI, yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Great. Fucking fantastic. No, it's bad. And what's also really bad is the fact that, like, it's getting super duper close to where you can't even tell.
It's already there. It's already
getting,
there.
it's getting harder and harder every day where I'm like, this AI, I can't really tell anymore. It's bad. It really is bad. And it sucks because again, it's one of those things where it's like there are some good. Don't get me wrong. There's are moments where I'm like, oh, like that's good. We should have that. It's good. But there are times where it's like, man, like this should not be an area where AI is being used. You know, like it's unfortunate that again we don't have Khalil back at Centennial. But like I said, I know like in the school system it's ungoverned almost how much AI is being used. You know, it sucks because then the way I look at it, I'm going, there are moments where you use the AI to get to whatever you want to do. Like I'm just thinking, like my greatest fear is people getting jobs that they're not qualified for because they lied through their exam or lied and then did the test and then they passed because of AI, and then when they actually have to perform whatever they have to perform, they have no fucking clue what the fuck they're doing. You know, it's like I think about it. Like imagine if someone becomes a doctor and all he did was use AI to get there, and he has to perform open heart surgery. That person is good as dead.
Well,
AI
Jamal,
can't help you there.
Jamal, it's even worse. I've heard from multiple people who work in the health industry that they're using ChatGPT to help diagnose patients.
Oh boy.
So it's already only one step away already. Just watching tutorial videos how to operate.
I don't mind using it if you want to help, if you want to ask for suggestions, but to flat out just be using that. What was it? Where was I? I was on the fucking REM. Don't ask me why. I was on the REM and there was a girl next to me. They were going, well, they were talking English. She goes, they were going to Montreal, and she goes, well, how do we get on the metro station? She goes, well, let me ask ChatGPT. I was like, are you fucking dumb? There are signs everywhere to tell you how to get from point A to point B. It's crazy. It really is insane, you know? And honestly, a good transition. I'm not sure if you had more to talk about it for the whole REM. But my girlfriend, we went to go see the Titanic, the immersive experience of the Titanic.
Oh, you talked about that last
I just
week.
gotta... Oh, we did talk about it?
You did.
Okay, good. I
Why
wasn't
was
sure
there
if
was there
spoken
AI involved in that?
Yeah, because we had the VR tour, the VR part of
Yeah,
it,
but that's not AI, is
and
it? I don't know if that
well,
applies.
AI, it's still technology, right? It's like, you're
Okay.
putting the thing on your head and you're immersed in the Titanic. It was cool to kind of see how it would be like if you were on there, because they really give you a good viewpoint of when the boat was, first taken off, and then when shit hit the fan, how it would look with the water and stuff. So that part, I was like, wow, that part I thought was really cool. I'm like, you know what? That's a good time to use AI. I
What,
think that's good to see
Jamal?
it.
What tragedy would you like to see portrayed in, be it just a
9/11.
video game or a movie?
9/11.
Fuck off.
9/11. No, you were laughing, but honestly, it would be interesting. I would like to see.
You have to wait another 30 years, because that seems to be like the cutoff is about 50 years. If it's 50 years or
Yeah,
later,
then
you can do a
tragedy
video
is
game
fine.
or a movie.
Yeah, you can do that. Then the world goes, oh no, it's fine. Oh no, I don't know about 9/11. I feel like that one might be a bit longer. I feel like that one might have to wait like a little bit longer. I feel like America really holds that one dear, which is fine. It's a tragedy. I'm not saying it's not, but I feel like that one is heavy. Like, Remembrance Day in Canada, do we really do much anymore at this point? Like, I remember when we were in high school, we used to do like the whole
Well, yeah, it's
I
only
don't-
really in schools, and otherwise adults just wear the poppy. And I didn't even see the poppy this year. I don't know about you.
I saw one place, and I was in Vancouver, where I saw like there was like some generals that were there selling it, but basically, no, I did not see a lot of poppies this year too. So I don't know. I feel like 9/11 is going to be a bit longer before you really see anything from that. But it's definitely it would be an interesting video game for sure.
I'd
or,
like to see
movie
the
or VR
Black
experience.
Plague, played as
That-
an RPG.
it'd be
Like your whole goal is just to traverse
Not die.
Europe and not catch the plague.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. That would also be very interesting. Yeah, that I would like to see. Did I have anything else? I feel like I had one other thing. I can't remember. I'm not sure if you had anything. I feel like I'm missing something, but I can't remember what it was right now.
I'm shocked. You usually get too much.
Oh, I know. There was one thing. It's a very small thing. 'Cause I was just like, fuck off. Cause I know that they're fucking lying. There's no fucking way. So they interviewed like Travis Kelce, the one who's dating Taylor Swift, and they were like, how's the relationship going? And he goes, we've never argued once. I'm like, cap. Please stop lying to us. That's bullshit.
Nah. She's
and we
bottling it
know
all to save up for her final album.
Fire album? But I saw, like, there's no fucking way, dude. Like, there's no way you guys have never argued. It's impossible. So, it's like a woman like her, there's no way. You've had to argue at least once somewhere. Or they've argued, but he's just let her win. There's got to be that. It's one or the other. Because there's no way she's just, like, no, we never argued. Our life is perfect. Impossible.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here with that garbage.
Well,
That's
I'm sure it
bullshit.
happens with you and your girlfriend, where like she's arguing for the sake of arguing. You're like, you know what? I just want some peace.
Yeah.
I'll just be like,
Yeah, honestly.
sorry. Can we move on now?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Look at I'm like sometimes. Yeah, I had that last week, and like it's one of those things where I think I have to start remembering that certain things you just can't say to women that men will understand.
What'd you say?
Like
What'd you say?
So it's not super bad, but what happened was we were talking about making like a new Minecraft mod pack to play, and I was figuring out there's a mod that she wanted. I was trying to figure out how to get it to work. Couldn't get it to work. We had spoken about it after she had called me that she was done working. Cool. I go home. The hockey was on. I'm watching the hockey game. One of my friends goes, "Hey, do you want to play this other video game that my girlfriend does not play?" No problem. So I'm playing with them, but that game requires a lot of hands-on stuff. And I left my phone in my room before the game had started, so I was answering or responding to other people. That you had even texted me for if today was good for the podcast, stuff like that. So I wasn't able to message her. But I just said to myself, I said, at the end of this game, I'm gonna message her. I'm gonna send a message going, "Hey, not really in the mood to play Minecraft tonight. If you wanted to play." But she recently got some stuff from Amazon and said, "Hey, can you show me that stuff that you got from Amazon?" 3 minutes before the fucking game ends. There's like a minute left in the fucking game. She sent me a message on Discord. I didn't see it. Because I'm playing the fucking game, Patrick. My eyes are playing the video game. And she sends me like a snap of her giving me the finger, and I'm like, okay, weird. She goes, I'm like, what's going on? She goes, check Discord. I'm like, or how about you can just tell me what you want to tell me here, where you have my attention, maybe? She goes, I don't understand. You just could have texted me. I was like, I was gonna text you in 3 minutes. Could you not have waited 3 minutes? He goes, yeah, but I'm over here sitting here waiting patiently to play Minecraft. I said, when did we agree on playing Minecraft tonight? Well, we didn't. Okay, so when did we agree? You know, so it's like, I got the point. I said, you know what? Next time I'll just text you first. I'll text you first. And
You
let you
know,
know that.
as much as I wanted a gamer girlfriend, I'm happy I didn't get one.
Yeah, cause I was like, what do you? We never indicated we're gonna play Minecraft tonight to begin with. And I even assumed and just said like, listen, I'm not in the mood to play Minecraft. If you want to play Minecraft, there's no point did I say that we're gonna play Minecraft tonight. You didn't even say it. So I was like, okay, bro, whatever. You know what? Yeah, sure. Good idea. Good idea. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. But I just remembered there is one story I want to leave off. I want to leave off with the story because I want the people to listen to the story, and even yourself had to listen to the story and just be grateful that for anyone who's single, I'm sorry. I think I can probably say it. I'm sorry because I don't think it's gonna happen in the foreseeable future. Because these are the people that are out there just running rampant. They need to be all euthanized, and we need to restart. So let me tell you the story. I'm gonna paint a picture for you. Guy is 27 years old.
Is this someone we know?
He's not. Huh?
Do I know this
No,
person?
no, it's not someone we know.
Okay.
No, we don't. So he's 27 years old. His job is he works from 3 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Goes home, plays video games about 5 a.m. Goes to sleep, wakes up around 2 o'clock, eats, and then goes to work. That's been his day for the last 4 to 5 years, and he loves his job. He loves it. He's cool with his single life, but finally he decides, I want to get back out there. I want to start dating. Cool. Meets this girl. She lives an hour and a half drive from where he is. They still decide to meet up. He asks her out, but does not plan any reservation or anything. Like, just has no reservation for a restaurant, nothing like that. So they talk in the car for about 3 hours. Guy says to the girl, I really hate the fact that you never text first. Girl replies and says, well, I feel like if I text first, I'm going to come up as too needy. Crazy thought. How about just that you're interested, but okay. Guy is really upset about this point, and then when he's telling his guy friends about it, he says, I think I'm just gonna ghost her. Again, just fucking communicate, but whatever. Guy friends go, no, you said that you had a really good time, you should give it another chance. He says, okay, gives girl another chance. They go on another date, and at the end of the day, she goes, you want to come back to my place? Guy's thinking we're going to have sex. Girl goes, well, no, I'm a virgin. So, not going to happen. And the guy goes, well, I have no condom, so it definitely should not happen. Cool. They go back to her place. They sleep. They don't have sex. Next morning, they wake up. They do have sex. For the first time. Girl, halfway through having sex, says, take off the condom and fuck me raw. No birth control. She told him that she has no birth control. Guy goes, okay, and fucks her raw. Cool. They apparently have sex 7 times and none of them come. Does that mean that she has a trash pussy? Does that mean that his dick is trash? Both. So then,
what a wonderful conclusion.
So then, this is all happens over a span of 1 weekend. Tuesday, girl texts this guy and says, I can't sleep without you. Could you please come over? Keep in mind, girl has never had a relationship and now all of a sudden cannot sleep with the guy that she's met 4 days ago. Guy goes, okay, and takes a day off of work, money that he could have made, so he can go over to girl's house so they can sleep together again. Girl goes, I want to come see your place. Guy goes, okay. His house is a fucking mess. Pizza boxes and soda cans everywhere. Guy calls his own mother to have her clean his apartment so the girl can come over. Mom says, okay, and then does so, which is retarded, but whatever. Girl comes over for the weekend. Guy goes, I want to make this official. Girl says, okay, this is the third date, by the way, but they made it official on the third date. Okay, they start becoming boyfriend and girlfriend. Cool. Friday, no problem. Saturday, no problem. Sunday, she wakes up and goes, don't know if I want to be with you anymore. But then the guy goes, well, why? She goes, I don't know, not really feeling it. But, comma, I want to have your kids,
What the fuck?
but I don't want to be with you. Guy goes, okay, let's talk about it. They talk about it, they work it out. Cool. Girl and guy are having sex again. Girl says, take off the condom again, fuck me raw again, and come inside me this time. And he obliges. So, to conclude, this guy went from, I'm gonna ghost you, to might not be the father of your children. So for the single people who are listening to this podcast, I'm sorry. Generally, I am sorry, because if this is what's out there, no.
This could be like a
No.
modern teenage melodrama.
Dude, my friends, it was my girlfriend's best friend. She's telling me the story. All I can do is just have my mouth open because I was like, bro, what am I hearing right now? Like you've got to be joking me. She's like, no, I'm like dead serious. I'm like, fuck, we are fucked. We are fucked. So
Cooked,
yeah,
as the kids say.
yeah. So for those who are in a relationship, you're thinking about, oh, maybe there's something better out there. There's not.
There's not.
In fact, I think it's gotten worse significantly. So stay with the girl, make it work, because if this is what's out there, yeah, no, I don't want to be out there if I'm being honest. So yeah, no, it's been quite the fucking story of that. So I want to leave that with all the people that kind of think about it and go, hey, you know what? AI's taking over, but AI could have never have done this one. This is an all human special. We'll leave it at that. So this has been Flabbergasted of Audacity. I'm Jamal,
And I'm Patrick.
and we'll see you guys next week for I think the last episode until Christmas break, and then we'll see you guys in basically from there.
The decision rests with you. Rests with you.